Hello everybody, I'm Scott Shuey, and welcome back to Gulf News' ongoing coverage of the 2018 midterm elections in the U.S. We're starting to see election results come in pretty quickly. Ed, what are you seeing?
Yeah, they're coming in thick and fast now, Scott. A couple of very interesting early results being predicted. The Florida race for Senate is extremely tight, razor thin in fact. 83% of the votes counted. Nelson, the Democrat incumbent, on 50.2% of the votes, whilst his Republican opponent Scott on 49.8. I mean, about 29,000 votes separates these two, so extremely close there, and we'll have a final result relatively soon. Also in the Texas race for the Senate, Beto O'Rourke, who many didn't expect to be able to beat Ted Cruz, again extremely early, but he is slightly ahead. So a couple of very interesting races there.
Another interesting race we're still looking at has been Kentucky's 6th district. Amy McGrath, who's a U.S. Marine and very progressive, was leading by only about 20 votes against Republican Andy Barr. And this was supposed to be sort of a referendum on the entire race, watching who would win there, the Republicans or the Progressive Democrats. So we're still watching that one. And of course, we'll all be coming back to watch the Beto O'Rourke versus Ted Cruz, because that was supposed to be one of the more contentious Senate wins. And I'll tell you one thing I do find interesting. They're saying that about 35 races have been called so far, with about 19 Democrats and 16 Republican seats called in the House. The interesting thing on that one is that we're still looking at generally southern states, and they generally tend to be more conservative. We're talking about everything from Texas to Florida and including Indiana. We haven't seen the results so far out of New York, New England, or even out of the West Coast, where polls are still open. So we'll have to keep watching those, because we're going to see a lot more Democrats win in those districts. So it's still a long way to go tonight, but some very interesting results so far.
Yep, and one last thing, the Democrats scored their first flip of the race in Virginia. It was largely expected, but they have stolen a seat in the House of Representatives from the Republicans, and many are calling it a bellwether that potentially may presage the blue wave in the House. So let's see what happens there.
All right, everyone, keep checking back with GulfNews.com. We'll be updating the results throughout the evening, and thank you for watching.